What's up, everybody? This is 13 with Superior Mobile by 13. I am filming on location at Auto Film Guys of Tarpon Springs, Florida. A close friend of mine, Chris, owns this place. He's got this Ferrari in the shop. He's got this Porsche in the shop. He's got this beautiful Supra, this Tesla. But what we're here to talk about today is this 2024 GMC Sierra Denali Dually, which is a lot of words to say that it's a big money truck. And as you can imagine, there's a lot of things getting done to it. As you can see, it's in process. It's getting a full wrap and tint and all these other accoutrements. However, what I'm here to tell you about is another Starlight headliner that I got to do. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to do this as a subcontractor for this shop. It was a pretty stressful project. This truck had a lot of curveballs for us, especially with just the disassembly of the vehicle itself. However, as you can see, we did a full black suede interior on the headliner. It's got a sunroof, so that got done as well. The B pillars got done, as well as the C pillars. I'm sorry that it's just so well lit in here that you can barely see it. That's the C pillars there. And my boy Jesse did a killer job with the dye work, so all of this was in a different color originally. Little details like the handle and these little mic covers and all that stuff, and these handles, that all got dyed black. Oh man, and you know, we should probably talk about these seat belt inserts right here. These are really tricky to do, must be disassembled, as well as these little airbag badges, all dyed black, and all of this is suede. So this kit is a 500 star kit like I've done before in the past. This one does have a shooting star module in it, but I think the real trick was the fact that it had this sunroof, so it had this really difficult bridge shape that it does right there, kind of like a cliff. But overall, I think it came out super beautiful and great. And the way that it turns on is, I love me little stainless steel buttons, and so you push the button and it turns on the halo there. And of course, we are off to the races, glowing. Right now it's just on the 7 color fade along with a twinkle, as well as the shooting star is activated. Now this setup is controllable via an RF remote control, or it is controllable via an app on the phone, but I'm just going to kind of show it off for a minute while I talk about it, and you can see it in action. The shooting star module is going to go off about maybe 10 seconds. I don't know. I don't really count. As you can see, it starts in the back corner there, and you can go right up across, and this one does the full length all the way up to the front. And voila, there we go. That is the shooting star. Because of the sunroof, I made it go all the way from corner to corner, and also underneath that sun visor there, because that's one of my favorite things to do, is to hide a lot of stars underneath the sun visor. Using this remote right now, we can just push a button and it's going to set the color, so we can do red, or we can green, or blue. We can turn off the twinkle by saying the motor off. So as you can see, now it's just a static color blue, which is probably not that interesting, so I don't see why you'd want to do that. But you know, let's turn back on the twinkling effect right there, and voila, we're beautiful. Again, what I love about this remote and this particular setup is that there has 2 different colors of white. So this is the pure white mode, and it is, as you would expect, pure white, because this is an RGBW Starlight headliner kit. Also worth mentioning, because I get asked a lot about the shooting star. The shooting star is a white only, but what I love about this kit in particular is that it has RGB mixed white as well. So you can see all of these lights kind of look like either red, a little green, or a little blue, and they're all kind of technically trying to be white, but they're just close but not quite the same. But that multicolor effect is just absolutely gorgeous, and I love it. And by the way, anytime I hit a button on the controller, it forces that star to shoot across the sky, so I can actually show it to you just going across every time, over and over and over. Look at that, and we'll get one right over there. Wow, it's so cool. Now here's the look from the outside of it standing on the ground. This is a purple color, so as you can see, it's a little bit of a red and blue mixture. I just love these mixed colors because it just creates such a great ambiance. And if I hit the button again, I can force that star to fire across, and you can see how it goes all the way across. I was questioned about this earlier, as why I didn't do any stars along this ledge right here, and the truth of the matter is because of that sunroof assembly comes into this location location. So all of the stars in this region are just kind of bent over and they go up along that ledge, and I was really worried that if I did stars coming in that way, the fibers would have to go all the way out and back around like a full 180, and I was concerned about that bend being dangerous for a sunroof running into it, and so, you know, I kind of opted against it. I honestly didn't think it would be that noticeable and that visible because I kept looking at it from angles like this, which obviously now you can't tell. But truth is that if you sit in the back seat and you kind of look right up, there is quite a dead zone there. So shame on me. I still stand by my decision to not do it. However, I understand that it's not exactly ideal. That being said, the sunroof does completely still operate as intended. No conflicts there. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this vehicle was a bit of a doozy. It was very difficult to disassemble and reassemble, but the Starlight installation itself was fairly the same, except for the fact that with a sunroof here, I had to route wiring a little bit longer to go around it. Couldn't just shoot right across the entire assembly. So slightly more challenging, therefore slightly more expensive. In this vehicle, the rear seats have these crazy little hidden compartment. As you can see, that's the passenger side, and on the driver's side, if you open it up, you're just met with this blank suede dummy panel, and that's because this is where my Starlight engine is actually mounted behind the rear seat. The fibers all go down this driver C-pillar into this area, and then like I said, that module is mounted back there. The shooting star module actually comes down the other side, and that's mounted back there, but it's much smaller, so it didn't require a significant resource of space like this side did. So that's not very exciting looking, but that's kind of the point, is you just don't have that pocket anymore. If you are interested in pricing for what a full Starlight headliner like this entails, including the upholstery work and the dye work, that information is all going to be in the video description. If you're interested in something like this for yourself, obviously first and foremost, you must be a local customer. There's no way that I'm going to do this stuff and ship it. And if you don't live in the Tarpon Springs, Tampa area, then I'm sure you can find someone local, and you should always, always, always support your local businesses. Thank you so much for watching. This is 13 with Superior Mobile by 13. I hope you appreciate this latest creation. I certainly had a blast doing it, and I'm so glad that it's done. And now that I'm out of the way, the very talented crew here at Autofilm Guys can continue their aspect of the project and start reassembling this truck and bring it back to its ultimate glory. Thanks again for watching. This is 13 with Superior Mobile by 13. I'll talk to you later. See ya!